It's Tech Lid with the latest news and rumors. The Apple iPhone has been in the news lately. They've been in the news for positive things that are happening with the iPhone 12. But as of today, there is a new rumor that has surfaced. It's a little bit of a step backwards for Apple. Stick around to know what I'm talking about. Before we open up with negativity here, we'd like to say a few positive things about Apple and its iPhone 12. 5G connectivity. This is something that is important. 5G, it is in its infancy. However, it's something that other manufacturers have had their hands on. So 5G, in a sense, it's nothing new. It will be new for iPhone. That's a good job for catching up, though, to the rest of the market. Another thing that we like with the iPhone 12, the new iOS update. iOS 14, it will have widgets, it will have the picture in picture video. You can open your car with your phone. It's going to have an insane amount of things. That's a good step in the right direction for Apple. What is something else we like with the iPhone 12? Of course, their 120 Hz refresh rate display. This will be for the higher end models of the iPhone. We also like that the iPhone will no longer be on the lower spectrum for HD. The displays will be 1080p at minimum, even for the base model. Now let's get to the bad news. The negativity, if you should say, or the possible darn truth. The Apple iPhone 12 is rumored to not come with a charger in the box. That's right, you didn't hear things, you're not going crazy. There will be no charger included for the iPhone 12. That is one of the most grim and asinine things that I have ever seen in the history of smartphones. What has Apple done before? They took away the headphone jack. You know what though? That's not a problem. The headphone jack is not something that is absolutely necessary in a smartphone. I'm gonna tell you what, the headphone jack was an option. And going with Bluetooth headsets, that's another option. So you had two options before. Apple taking away the headphone jack, it gave you one option. But that's forgivable. It's something that your smartphone doesn't need. However, a charger? Let's talk about your phone. You're going to open up your iPhone 12 from the box. Some phones come charged. Some phones actually need a charging when you first get them. But they usually come with a little bit of power. What's gonna happen? I'm gonna set up my iPhone 12. It's going to be running perfectly. And then your juice is gonna run out. What happens? Of course, Apple forgets to include the charger. Really? No charger in the box? I can hear a legion of fans, particularly Apple fans, saying, you know what? A charger, it isn't that important. Apple will sell the charger separately. We don't need the charger. We probably have extra chargers laying around. Well, guess what? For tech fans, that might be true. You know, tech aficionados, they have several chargers laying around because you never know when you need one. What about the average consumer though? What about that little guy? The guy who is actually the average guy. They don't have multiple chargers laying around. What are you gonna do with that person? I understand we can get a charger sold separately. But here's the thing. When you sell a smartphone, unless there's a way to charge your smartphone somehow over the air without needing a charger, guess what? I think it's a smart idea to include it in the packaging. Essentially, what Apple is going to sell you is an incomplete product. An incomplete product is a product that shouldn't even be out in the market. As for the future of smartphones, there have been rumors in the past that Apple will go portless. However, it is a rumor and it has not yet happened. What could be a reality though is that you're going to have to fork out a few extra dollars to get a charger, which should be included in your package in the first place. You're going to spend a little more money to probably get a charger which is a little tiny bit better. They have said that Apple is going to do away with the despicable and disgusting 5-watt charger. In other words, 5-watt charging, it charges your phone super, 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 super slow. 18-watt charging, that's a bit more normal, but it was just introduced for Apple not too long ago. So they're gonna give you something a little better, but it shouldn't be sold separately. It should be included in your package. The Apple customer is one of the most loyal customers in all of the world, but Apple gives them the short end of the stick. I don't understand it. It's one of the most horrible things that Apple does. Products, great. Customer service, great from what many say. But things like this, it's kind of like you're living in the past. This should not be done to the customers, the loyal, worthy customers. Shame on you, Apple. Before we get out of here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give a big thumbs up to the video. Any thoughts, comments down below in that comment section. Share this video out. Peace and love to the Tech Lid Legion.